Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about polling when it comes to the midterms and likely voters and why I said something over on the other channel, on the second channel. It's called The Roads with Bo because I know somebody's going to ask. I did a Q&A, took questions from Twitter and answered them in a video over there, and I said that I expected there to be polling errors in the midterms. And this prompted a whole lot of questions because historically I have a whole lot of faith in polling. I have a whole lot of faith in polling because it's normally right. It is normally accurate. Even the times when people point to it and say, oh, the polls were off here. No, I mean, they were actually still within the margin of error listed down on the bottom. They're normally pretty accurate. I don't know that that's going to be the case in the midterms. And it all hinges on a term that you've probably heard so often, if you pay attention to polling, that you may not even realize that that's occurring anymore. The survey of likely voters said that Jack Johnson was going to beat John Jackson by 2 points, right? Likely voters. The pollsters, they determine who they believe are likely voters, and I think they're going to get that wrong. Based on the enthusiasm that exists in certain demographics, there's going to be a lot of unlikely voters who show up for the midterms, based on my perception of things right now. This could change. But right now, there's a lot of enthusiasm in groups that typically don't show up in high numbers, especially when you're talking about midterms. When you're talking about the midterm elections, it's generally the most politically engaged who show up. Those tend to be older people, by the way. I don't know that that's going to be the case with these midterms. There are a lot of younger people, specifically younger women, who were energized by a Supreme Court ruling. I think they're going to show up in higher numbers than has been anticipated. So, because the polls are based on likely voters, those unlikely voters who show up, they stand a pretty good chance of skewing the results. Aside from that, there are people who are younger in college or fresh out of college who, due to certain policies, they may be more motivated to vote. So because of those possible errors in determining who is a likely voter, I think the final product might be wrong as well. I will say that every instance where I think there are people who are going to show up, who the pollsters are going to discount, it gives an edge towards the Democratic Party. But we're going to have to wait and see if that's actually what plays out. I don't have any science or source to base that on. It's a gut based on this point in time. It could change. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.